hello again, welcome back to the channel. I've decided to give Lowry's a throw tonight, and it's a particularly miserable night. There's just been a massive shower of rain. It's a very strong west-southwest wind, which is blowing more or less off the Armagh shore, but up towards this top end of the lake at the Hamiltonsbawn Road. So let's take a dander down and we'll see what we can see. There seems to be one departing angler there. It's 5:30 now, so the afternoon men are probably way home to get their spuds, and the evening time men are still eating their spuds, which you get this wee patch now from about 5 till about 6:30, where it can be quite quiet. I'll go up to one of the gaps up there where there's a wee loch of ducks and ducklings, and I'll just be able to fish my way back down again. Thank goodness that rain's gone off. It was heavy there for a few minutes. I don't know if you recognise this or not. It's this is the rod I'm using at the minute. It's a very old rod. I would say it's probably 35 years old. It's a Daiwa whisker, 11'3", 3 section. Now the weight of the rod's normally written on the top here, but because the rod's that old and it's been used that much over the years, although it hasn't been used much recently, the weight's gone on. I don't know what weight it is. I bought a weight forward 7 line recently, and it seems to be throwing it okay. It's a Snowbee Classic, I think you call it. And also I've got about 12 foot of a cast, fluorocarbon, 8 pounds. I was on 5 pounds, but because of all the big fish that were put in, I thought better sticking to 8. And I shall be matching the hatch tonight. There was a good hatch of blobs here last night. I'm joking, of course. I've been here now for 5 or 10 minutes looking around, and there's nothing rising, so I've put this one on the point. It's got a wee a weighted head on it, like a brass head, gold head. I think it maybe used to be gold, but it's more it's copper. It's a copperhead rod. Right, so that's going to get us down a wee bit. That yellow thing's going to bring them up to the surface, and we'll see how it goes. I like a blowy, blustery, windy, owl bad night. It does. I just like it. I don't like a flat cam. And it's easy to cast with that wind blowing. I'm getting a good assistance from the wind. Nothing. No fish in the lake. I'm going home. And I've only made about a dozen casts. And I've got one on the yellow blob. Yeah, that was close. He nearly got out of the net. There you go. Hook out. Of course I have debarbed the hooks. Let's get him back. That's the one there. I was at Lough Angling Centre at Lurgan, Junction 10 there, just in from the motorway. Today I was in with Keith and Kieran, and they got me fixed up with a selection of blobs, which seem to be working particularly well at the minute. So we'll give it another throw. I've noticed a few fish up near the surface there. So I've changed that weighted blob for this one here. And it's got a wee bit of tinsel in the bottom, and it's very bright, but that's what you like. That's what I like. That's what the fish like too, hopefully. Right, let's give this a chuck. I'm just going to let that sit there until it sinks naturally. Hopefully some inquisitive trout will come along and nail it. This one just took it on the hang. It's quite a small fish. I was just holding it up. Oh, and it's thrown the hook already. That's a nice wee baby one. Oh, you get there and get fat. Had another time there I cast out and it just hit the water, and a fish just lashed at it, but it didn't make contact. This is just 2 casts later. Barbless. Only answer. And away. It's going rightly so far. I wonder if we'll be lucky enough to make contact with one of the big ones. Here's hoping. And again. Did he throw the hook? Yep, he did. Out. The strangest thing is, they're all taking the fly on the dropper, not the point fly. I'm not sure what the reason for that is. That's the that's the dropper one there, and that's the point one, which they seem to be ignoring. Not much difference in them, but there's a bit. There's a fish there. This one's just made a larry to me. It's on the point fly. And unhooked. That's how you do it. And away. I think it's only fair to say at this stage that I wouldn't be here catching all these fish if it wasn't for the work that the guys up at the hatchery are doing. It's just phenomenal, voluntary, unpaid, every day of the year, and the help from the people, the club members, and stocking the fish into the lake. It's fantastic fishing. And if you feel like coming up to the hatchery to lend a hand or to have a chat or do anything at all, come on ahead. The guys are there until about 12 o'clock or half 12 most days. And again. I'm not quite sure what to say. Maybe I should change flies and get ones that are a bit less attractive. Hook out. Now, I'm not sure what this is. It took subsurface. I don't know if it's a big one. It feels big. Yeah. Yeah. It's halfway across the lake. Hopefully it'll hang on, because I have a habit of losing these fish, and I'm not putting it in the reel because I lost two big ones last night, and the only common denominator was that I had them both on the reel instead of just hand lining as I normally do. Haven't seen it yet. Ah, for yeah, you know what it is? It's a decent enough fish. Foul hooked. Yeah, frigger you. You had me going. Or it could be a double hook up even, that might be it. That's maybe two. It has to be two, it is. It's a double hookup, but I don't know what size the other one is. I think he's the big one. He is. Flip me. We're in. Right, this is good fun. We've got a big one on the point fly and a wee one on the dropper. I think the wee one's going to have to be sacrificed. I'll not be netting it. I'll have to net the big one. Oh yeah. The big one is a big one. Right, how am I going to get this all in? I think we'll not bother with the net. We'll just get them up the shore. This is crazy. I can't even keep the tension on that line with that other fish hanging on it. Oh dear God. Whew. Let's get this wee one away. First of all, right, you're out of here, son. Right, that's the hook out. Probably about four pounds, something like that, 4.5 maybe. Let's get him back in. Oh. Well, I have to say that's a first. Okay, my hands have stopped shaking a wee bit now, and I see there's a couple of fish rising out there, just out on the edge of that ripple. If you can get in, if they're feeding and you can get in front of them, you generally hit them. It's back to normal size again, which is grand. And all of them are beautifully hooked in the lip. Oh, he nutmegged me. Yeah, they're going quiet for a wee while there, I must admit. There's a good 10 or 15 minutes. Nothing. Now we're just back into another wee one. They've given a great account of themselves, these fish. He's going to go into those weeds. Yep. Come on, you boy, you. Whatever it was I said about that point fly not being as good as the one in the dropper, I take it back. Well, I've fished my way down into the corner. It's a wee bit weedy here, so I'm just going to go along this other shore and head down towards the boat ramp. Two of the evening anglers have arrived. We've got Sam and Brenton. They're further up the Armagh shore. And our second heavy shower of the evening is on. I thought it was going to clear up, I must admit. At one stage it was getting very bright and I thought the sun was going to come out. This is much better. It's quieting down, as I was saying earlier on there. It's definitely got quiet. There's not much rising and there's not much not rising, but will persist. The wind's a wee bit against me here, but sure, I'll be able to fish from there round a bit comfortably, as long as it doesn't get too windy. It's not too bad. I'll move down a wee bit for I'm close to that tree behind me. I need to watch for it's getting deep here. There's an edge somewhere along here that if you step off it, you could be in you could be in trouble. I'd literally just turned the camera off and this fella hit me. He likes those weeds. Come on, my son. Where is he? There you go. Come on, son. That's it out. And away. This seems to be one of the bigger fish as well. I've had a few follow-ins there and not much. He's just keeping his head down. I don't know how well or other ways he's hooked. Don't think he's one of the medium-sized ones. The fish have just started to come on there for a while. Well, whenever I say medium, he's quite big. There's a wee gap down here I think I'll go to. He's woke up. I hope the battery sticks it. Where it was kind of low. Here's this wee gap here now. Okay, we're in the zone. He's just caught in the scissors. Oh, stay in there, you boy. That's a nice fish. Now if I can get him turned over and get that hook out. There, the hook's out. Can you see that? That's a good 4-pounder anyway. Happy days. And there's a lovely rainbow over Lowry's, as well as the lovely rainbows in Lowry's. I've no sooner said that than I'm into another lump of a fish. Haven't even seen it yet. He's kept his head down the whole time. Maybe. Poof. He's another whopper. My arm's getting sore. Come on. Oh, made a mess of it. This time. Oh. Oh, yeah, boy, yeah. Unbelievable fishing. I think the hook's actually out. It is. That's bigger. That's a good 5. That's unreal, boy. Right, had a bit of a change. I found a lot of fish following but not taking. So I've taken off the bigger one, which is similar to this, which is in the point, and I have replaced it with a small one. A mini blob. Now, there's the difference. So let's see if they'll accept the smaller one as opposed to the bigger one. I'll give it a chuck. The fish are starting to rise now and they're starting to take flies, and I think they get a bit more fussy. I kept on following it in and just swirling at it but not taking it. No, there's too many variables in this fishing lark. That fish took the fly in the dropper, which was neither the small one nor the one, there's the hook out, nor the one that was catching all the fish before. So where are we now? No further on. Let's get him back. Right, we'll have to think that all up again. There's a wee fish rose down there somewhere. Yeah, he's on it. He's chasing it, look. Yep. And he's on the small one. You just get it in front of them and they'll take it. There's a fish just rose there. He's on it. Yep. That's the small one as well. The small fly, that is. Seems to be when they start to take real flies, they prefer the wee small. Oh, come here. Flip over. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a big one or a foul hooked one. Seems like a big one. It must be a big one. It's taking that wee small fly and it's heading up towards Brenton. Oh, like the hammers of you know what. Flip me's halfway across the lake. There, look at that there. There's me, Sam and Brenton all in fish at once. I think this is foul hooked. That's it is, surely. It's coming in backwards. He's not a bad fish either, like. Come on, fella. This hook's gonna fly it and nip me up the beak. Whoa. Look at that there. Yeah, buck agent. Hooked in the dorsal. Tell you what, it took a queer hold. There, time you went back. Other way, that way. Whew, that's some fishing. Well, here, I've come up to the car. I've come up to the car. It's absolutely hammering down. Myself and Sam and Brent have finished fishing. I think it's about 10:15, and it's a massive shower just came on there. But what can I say about Lowry's and the quality and the quantity of the fish and the fishing in it? It's unbelievable. Armagh Angling Club, you can join the club. It's 220 quid for the season. It's 185 quid plus a joining fee if you're not a club member at the present. And fishing like that, it's worth every penny of it. There's Bradley. He likes to be heard and seen. Right here, I'm going to get into this rain. I hope you enjoyed the video. The fishing is unbelievable. Until the next time, all the best. That's exciting stuff.